Welcome back to the show, everyone. All right, I've got a bunch of brand new pickups that I want to show you today. I've acquired quite a few things over the past few months, even though I said I was going to slow down on my gaming purchases. I did it anyway. Some brand new stuff, some brand new games, some retro games I'm really excited to play. And by the way, I should say I haven't played any of these games yet. Not one of these games in this collection have I played, except for the original version back on the PS1, which I'll show you a little bit later. But I'm really excited to dive into them at some point. So let's get into them. First up, we have to talk about these controllers from 8BitDo. Okay, these are their Pro 3 Bluetooth gamepads. And you guys know how much of a fan I am here on the channel of those like retro inspired controllers, whether you want to play it with your Nintendo Switch, your original, play some old NES classics, SNES classics. 8BitDo is like the leader in retro inspired gamepads. And these things are fantastic for the Switch 2. Yes, they work with the Switch 2, sleep-wake functionality, all of that. And it works with Steam, it works on your PC, it works with Android as well. But they have a whole bunch of great colors, and they just rolled out a brand new orange color as well. But they were kind enough to send these over to me because I couldn't make up my mind between the sleek white, which has that real classic SNES vibe to it, or this GameCube-inspired purple. Oh, these things are really fantastic. Plus, not only are the buttons great, which we'll get into in a second, but they come with these really nice charging docks as well. And even the cord matches the color. So if you got the purple, the cord will match this, and it's perfect for sitting on your desk or, you know, in your gaming area next to your consoles. So absolutely gorgeous. So these, again, work with Switch 2, PC, Android. Mainly, I grabbed them, though, for my Switch 2 setup because they're so versatile. And they've got that classic SNES-inspired look with these modern, like, ergonomic grips that just feel great to hold in the hand. Oh, my gosh. The D-pad on this thing is just fantastic. Really has a great feeling to it. The Hall effect triggers on the back. So many different options and functionality here to map different buttons for different games that you're playing on the Switch 2. And of course, if you don't know already, the Switch 2 has game profiles saved. So when you remap buttons on the Switch 2, it'll save those profiles for every game. You could have button setups totally different for all the types of games you're playing, which is really, really cool. I know all the buzz has been about Nintendo's Pro Controller for the Switch 2, but that is very expensive. That is a very expensive controller. These are significantly less expensive than Nintendo's Pro Controller, and I have to say, so much more versatile than what you get with the Pro Controller. I love that you can swap out the buttons on these, the X, B, Y, A buttons. They are magnetic, so they can pop right out. You can switch those around. I love that you can also pop off the analog sticks and put on these little joystick balls on top so you can play arcade games with this. These things are like little tanks. The batteries last forever. Really, I cannot speak highly enough of these guys. This is really fantastic. So check out these guys from 8BitDo. Hey, and the holidays are coming up too. I'm probably going to include these in my holiday gift guide video as well. So yes, I'm very excited to have these controllers next in my game room. They look great sitting there. Okay, next up, let's talk about some video games. And we were talking about Switch 2. I had to start off with an actual Switch 2 game. And first up, this is a pickup I picked up recently. This is Rune Factory Gardens of Azuma for the Switch 2. I haven't started it yet. As you can still see, it's in the shrink wrap. I've beat all of the other Switch 2 games that I've purchased physically so far. But because this is a physical game on the cartridge, I had to buy it. I've never played this game before. I've never played any of the Rune Factory series. I like the concept of it, though, that sort of mix of like cozy farming life and real-time combat. Everything I've seen about it says this new entry makes it look like it's the most polished version yet. I know a lot of you in my comments said, hey, you've got to try it, Clayton. I think you'll really like this. If you like a lot of JRPGs, you'll like the Rune Factory series. Okay, I will try it. The art direction looks really gorgeous on the screen. I can already imagine losing hours just like building relationships, planting crops, going into dungeons, trying to level up, all of that stuff. While the cozy farming stuff doesn't really appeal to me, hey, there are some nights I just want to sit in bed and kick back and I don't want like the stress of like some platformer, you know, like I used to play SimCity all the time, so I get the appeal of some of this. So I'm fine with giving this a shot, but I just wanted to support the physical cartridge version of this game. All right, next up, I had to pick this up. I know. Yes, this is a lot of controversy. This is Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Yes, little controversy, $70 price tag. But for me, it's all brand new. I've never played either of these games before. I completely missed them during the Wii era, So this is going to be my first time experiencing them. Yes, I had a Nintendo Wii. I played the heck out of it, but I just never owned those games. It's very strange, actually, now that I think about it. Why didn't I own those games? I don't know. Anyway, I've heard so many people call these some of the best Mario games ever made. The 3D platforming games, really at the top of the list here. Gravity mechanics, massive levels, incredible soundtrack. It's going to be interesting. I honestly hope that Nintendo, as part of like their NSO, releases a Nintendo Wii controller. And just like they're doing with Virtual Boy, releases like the little bar, you know, the sensor bar, let you plug that right into the top of your Switch 2, have a gyroscopic motion controlled Wii controller for the Switch 2 would be incredible. And then to be able to play this game like that. I haven't played it yet, and I've heard people saying that they play with each Joy-Con separated from the console on the screen. So you're not playing it with a Pro controller, you're not playing it with one of the 8-bit Do controllers, you're going to play it with the Joy-Con sort of separate so you can do a lot of the different things you could do with the Wii controller back in the day. So I'm excited to give these a shot. I might play these over the holiday season, actually, and see what all the hype is about for these games. All right, next up, I grabbed a complete in-box copy of Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo 64. This thing is beautiful, and I've been building out my Nintendo 64 collection. I never owned a Nintendo 64, so in anticipation of the new analog 3D, whenever the hell it's going to launch, which I bought, I will have a little bit of a Nintendo 64 collection to play. I've got this and I've got a Spider-Man game. So I picked this one up on eBay, everything. It looks like it was just pulled right off the store shelf back in 1998, pretty much. So I haven't played it yet. I picked it up in anticipation of this analog 3D launch, which hopefully is shipping soon. I don't know. Once it arrives, this will probably be the first game I pop in this thing to give it a shot. I've heard amazing things about Star Wars Rogue Squadron over the years. I love playing as X-Wings or TIE Fighters and all of that stuff. So yes, I've heard this is one of the best Star Wars flight games ever made. So I'm excited to give this a shot. Let me put this over here so I don't damage the box. All right, we're moving along here. We're moving along. A couple of good things here still left. On the PS5 side, a lot of you were leaving me comments saying, Clayton, you've got to pick up Chronos, the New Dawn. So what did I do? I listened to you. I had to pick this up because it has a really darker, slower-paced action style. I'm curious to see how this plays. Let me just read the back of it for you here. You are a traveler working for the enigmatic collective, tasked with jumping back in time to extract people who didn't survive the mysterious apocalypse that ended civilization. I love that. Survival horror game with time travel? Yeah. Sign me up for this. I love to see how all of this kind of comes together. I've heard great things from people right now. I'm really excited about this. People are really excited about this game. So this is the kind of thing that I will sink into over a quiet weekend at some point. We'll get to it. All right, next up, I am super excited about this. I've got chills. I'm so excited about this game. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. That's right. And I got it for the PS5 here, of course. Comes with a soundtrack. What else does it come with? It has a booklet, has a manual, has a little booklet in here. I couldn't pass this up. I haven't touched it yet. I downloaded the demo on Steam, and I didn't want to play it there. I didn't want my save file to be stuck in limbo because I knew I wanted a physical copy of this game. I love the Ninja Gaiden series. I love the Shinobi series. I love ninjas. I'm sorry. That's just, you're a young boy, By the way, I saw a meme the other day on Instagram that was like, what I thought becoming an adult would be like, and it shows like, become a ninja, and it shows like an adult guy dressing in a ninja outfit. He's like, practice your ninja skills in the forest and blend it. It was like a 1980s commercial or something, but it was like selling a costume of like a ninja. And I was like, yeah, I did think that that's what my adult life would be like, that I would be a ninja someday, and I just would like stop crime, in the neighborhood. Like that's what I would do for a living. So, young boy fantasy of being like a ninja, right? Anyway, excited about this one. I love this fast-paced, brutal, punishing gameplay, platforming. Again, Hollow Knight. I've been loving Hollow Knight. It's brutal. I loved Prince of Persia and The Lost Crown. Holy smokes, was that game difficult, but I loved it. So this type of like pixel art, ninja gameplay, sign me up. It looks like classic Team Ninja. High skill ceiling, smooth as silk combat, satisfying challenges, make every fight feel earned. Once you beat a boss, you feel like, man, I did that. So I'm very excited to play Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Did you guys pick that game up? All right, here is the one I was telling you I played originally on the PS1. I'm very excited to try this again, and that is Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, the remaster 1 and 2 on the PS5. Yes, and this is, by the way, it was part of like an Amazon deals the other day as part of like their, I don't know, fall deals. It was like 19 bucks, so I had to pick it up on sale. This one hits me right in the nostalgia feels. I had the original Legacy of Kain on my PS1, played it for countless hours as a kid. I haven't booted up the remasters yet though, but just seeing those gothic visuals redone in HD takes me back. I've watched the trailers for it. I was like, oh my gosh, how many hours did I play this with my girlfriend back when I had my PS1? These games were all about atmosphere, storytelling, way ahead of their time. So I can't wait to I can't wait to experience them again with fresh eyes and see if they're as good as I remember back in the day. I know they've improved the controls as well. That can really hold people back from playing PS1 games. So I'm excited to give this a shot. Okay, I've got one more. And yes, I'm about to hit the road to travel a little bit, and I wanted a game that I could play for the Halloween season, and I wanted something I could play portably. And my daughter is playing this right now, and I thought I'd play along with her, kind of, on my own machine, but she can play on hers, and we can kind of share notes back and forth. And that is, yes, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Now, last Halloween, I played Luigi's Mansion 1. I emulated it and played it on my Steam Deck through Emulation Station and played the GameCube version, and it was upscaled beautifully on that OLED screen, and I love that game. I know it was short. I know everyone complained because it was one of the launch titles for the GameCube, and people were like, I was done with it in one day. Took me a few days to beat it for sure, but I love this game. And so watching my daughter, she's already about 2 hours into this one, and I'm like, I have to pick this up. It was like FOMO, so I'm excited to give this a shot. I've heard some complaints about, obviously this was originally Dark Moon, right, on the Nintendo DS. I heard like some people complain they're tired of that guy, was it EGAD, who constantly calls you on your cell phone to tell you everything constantly. He's constantly calling you. I get that. I see that with my daughter playing the game, but nevertheless, yeah, I want to play all three of these games. So next year I'll play Luigi's Mansion 3, and maybe by then we'll have a Luigi's Mansion 4 on the Switch too. I don't know. So yeah, I got a few other things, but this is good for now. This is a good few fall pickups here that I got for the PlayStation 5, Switch 2, Nintendo 64, and some great controllers as well. So guys, did you buy anything recently? Any cool games? Did you buy them digitally, physically? Did you go to a convention recently and pick up something cool? Let me know down below what you guys have bought recently. Share your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And yeah, we'll see you back here real soon.